Hello, welcome. It's week 13 of the college football season. You know that. Thanksgiving weekend. Let's get it. So, first game I am picking is Ole Miss versus Mississippi State. This is the Egg Bowl. Now, this game has usually been pretty intense. I mean, regardless of what their records were, right? So, what I am going to do in this matchup is I am going to go with Mississippi State to win. It's going to be a battle. They usually are. I don't remember who won last year, but this year it's going to Mississippi State. Next game is Boise State and San Diego State. It's going to be a battle. I think this is a battle for first in there for the Mountain West. I'm going to go with on the road. I'm going with Boise to beat San Diego State on the road. Next game, Iowa and Nebraska. I know Nebraska's bad. I'm going with Iowa, though, because, I know it's going to be a battle. It's probably going to be a field goal game or something like that. Nebraska is just a disappointment. I'm going with Iowa. Next game, Cincinnati and East Carolina. Now, Cincinnati just got put into the top 4 of the playoff ranking. Well, I don't think Cincinnati will lose to East Carolina. It could be a trap game, but I'm going with Cincinnati to win. Next game, Missouri and Arkansas. This could go either way. I'm going with Arkansas, however, to win. Next game, Colorado and Utah. Now, I remember a few years ago, I think Utah needed to win the Pac-12 South, and then Utah got upset by Colorado. However, that was I don't remember. But I'm going with Utah to win. Utah coming off that win over Oregon, who they are going to face in the Pac-12 championship. So we're going with Utah. The next game is North Carolina and NC State. I'm going with NC State to win this battle of North Carolinas. Next game, Georgia and Georgia Tech. Now, barring a miracle, Georgia should win this very easily, and I'm going to pick Georgia. Next game, the big game, right? At the big house. Michigan hosting Ohio State. The winner of this advances to the Big Ten championship. I don't trust Michigan. They haven't proved it yet to win against Ohio State. Yeah, Michigan been good this season. 10-1, right? 10-1. Shocking everybody probably. However, I think this game's, I know it's a 8.5 point line, I think. However, I think Ohio State probably wins by 20. I don't know. I just had that feeling. It doesn't really matter how much they win by because I'm picking Ohio State. I just can't trust Michigan against them. Next game, Baylor and Texas Tech. Going with Baylor to win. The next game, Wake Forest and Boston College. I'm going with Wake Forest. For a while there, they were talked about possibly making the playoffs. And I think if Wake Forest wins, they make the ACC championship, which would be the first time in I don't know how many years. But we'll see. Next game, Houston and UConn. Going with Houston to win easy. UConn's not any good. Next game, Texas San Antonio, who are still undefeated, who I said would lose last week, and they did not. Will they lose to North Texas? No. No. They won't. Next game, Alabama and Auburn. Now, Alabama sitting at number 3 right now. They haven't played very well in a couple of their games. It's a rivalry game. But I don't think Auburn has enough to win. It might be a closer game than the point spread showed, you know. But I don't see how Auburn wins. Next game, Oregon State and Oregon. I'm going to go with Oregon State to upset Oregon. Next game, Penn State and Michigan State. Going with Penn State to win this. I don't know. Michigan State fell apart last week. And I don't think they'll win. Next game, Wisconsin and Minnesota. I'm going to actually go with Minnesota to win. Next game, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. I'm going with Oklahoma to win that game, actually, not Oklahoma State. Next game, Pitt and Syracuse. I'm going with Pittsburgh. They're just playing outstanding right now. Got a good quarterback who could be number 1 coming out. I don't know. But I'm going with Pitt. Next game, Clemson and South Carolina. I'm going with Clemson. Next game, Notre Dame and Stanford. Stanford's just not good. I'm going with Notre Dame. And the final game of this week, for week 13, the final regular season week. Pretty much. Because next week is the conference championships. I'm going with BYU to beat USC. USC has struggled this season. I just don't know why. They were favored to be okay, and they just hadn't played very well. So there you have it, week 13 of the college football season.